I am located now at the brewery, and we're about to go into an area of the brewery that not a lot of people know about, but it is truly a gem of summertime. So let's walk in and see what we got. As you can see, we've walked into the brewery at Union Station, and usually you'd go right there and you would go straight into the restaurant there, but we're not going to do that. We're going to take a little turn to the left, and we're going to go to the Trackside Beer Garden, which is up these stairs real quick here, and it is truly a gem of summertime. It's right up there with baseball and the peninsula, and you can do so much up there. You can play cornhole, and you can play bocce, and you can enjoy your food and drink outside. So let's take a trip up the stairs. All right, we're walking up the stairs to one of the most historic locations on the East Coast. And check it out. When you see this sign here, you know that you are in the right location. In fact, you just make a little turn and go straight back. I can already feel the summer breeze hitting me in the face. And like I said, the history of this used to be the boarding dock of Union Station. And in fact, in 1933, there was a YMCA excursion, among many other things, at this place that went to the Chicago World's Fair. And here is a photo of that exact trip. And where were they? They were right out here in this very historic location. And again, the summer breeze is hitting me in the face, and you can see the history here. You can see how they've preserved the way that this looked in years past, but there's also some modern fun stuff. There's the cornhole I was talking about earlier, there's the bocce courts, and then, but to get more on all of this, let's just pan around, and there's this guy right here, the owner of the brewery at Union Station, Chris Sirianni. Hey Chris, how you doing, man?
Good day, how you doing?
Oh, good, good, good. Hey, real quick, you know, what made you decide to put in the Trackside at Brewerie?
Well, I'll tell you what, it was just obviously a great building with a lot of history, but it was needed something else. Outdoor, obviously, in Erie in the summertime, people want to be outside. I think it's important that you know, that we restored this area. It looked like a bomb hit it when we first got in here 5 or 6 years ago. But I'll tell you what, we did a lot of fun stuff. Reused a lot of stuff, recycled a lot of stuff, and just repurpose a lot of things that you know, that bring out and keep the character and the integrity and the old-fashioned style of the station.
Okay, and let's take a let's talk about the advantages of people coming out here. And I'm going to pan around as you're talking. Outside of the obvious of enjoying the weather, but man, there is a lot of room out here, and it just, wow, it just seems to go forever and ever and ever. So, you know, what are some of the advantages from your perspective of people being able to come out here?
Well, with several thousand square feet, we do have a lot of space. Besides being airy, roomy, great place for parties for our bocce tournaments and cornhole tournaments. We do a bocce league that fills up every spring. So we're loaded up on Monday nights with about 50, 60 people out here getting their bocce on. But no, the space, the room, the breeze, the trains coming through, I can't imagine a better place to enjoy a meal and a pint of beer.
Well, let's talk about some of the history of this place and what you've preserved, and let's start with the tables. Maybe take me on a little tour here.
Yeah, just taking a look around. Tables, we just converted some old cable spools.
Now, cable spools, where'd you get those from?
From around the station, also from our good friends at Weber Electric. They're our neighbors behind us here.
Okay.
You know, when things need replaced, we turn to them. But yeah, a lot of these things we just found around the station.
And I mean, you can almost feel the history out here.
Yeah, yeah. And if you look around, we created the bocce courts out of
railroad ties.
Railroad ties, yeah.
Let's take a walk over there and check that out. We'll pan into these railroad ties for people. That is really cool. So, where did you get the railroad ties from? Were they, again? I know a lot of the stuff you found in the basement.
Yeah, some of the stuff was laying around out here. Most of them did come from a gentleman, a local guy who sells, you know, buys and sells refurbished ties. So, did those actual CSX railroad ties.
CSX railroad ties.
Yeah.
I see the beer in the background there. That's very cool.
A little beer holder for, you know, it's hard to play bocce and
oh, I got to get this.
Beer in your hand.
You guys think of everything.
Yeah, just an old tree we turned into a...
oh, that is really cool. So that...
With the railroad ties too, Jeff, we built a little hop garden here. So we're growing some of our own hops.
So this is stuff that you're going to eventually maybe harvest for your beers here?
One of these years. They're still babies.
Okay.
So we're working on that. And within a couple years, you get your nice buds, your floral buds. You also get a nice aroma out here with it.
Oh, yeah, it smells great out here. And this is where those kids from the 1930s, this is about the location of where those kids from the 1933 Chicago World's Fair, this is kind of where they were standing?
Sure. The fence wouldn't have been here. This is for safety reasons now, of course. But they would have been standing right there across the rail on those boarding docks.
Wow.
And
you can feel the history. All right, well, let's take a look at some other things. Let me pan around here. And Chris, these pews, well, actually they're serving as benches now. But these came from a church. I mean, you guys kind of are getting history all over the place here.
Yeah, there was a church this year coming down out in Green Township, and one of the pianists out there is a open mic participant here at the brewery on Thursday nights, and she said, "Hey, we got these pews. They're going to go down with the church if somebody doesn't come get them." So we rescued them out there, brought them in. So we have 100 feet of pews there.
Wow.
Whether you're just having a meal or sitting waiting for your turn on bocce or cornhole. They're there and ready to go.
So it's not a problem to get a table trackside, in other words.
No, space is not an issue.
Look at this. Are these these railroad crossings? Now that looks kind of modern. Is that just something you put in for the flavor of it, or was that actual railroad crossing?
No, that's actually something, believe it or not, we did have to purchase a thing or two out here. So yeah, those are new.
Yeah, you see the modern, you got the cornhole rules right here, and you have the bocce rules in case I'm not sure as how to play to both of the games.
Don't be afraid. We're very casual. We're about as casual as it gets out here.
And there's one of your, I like how you made the bottle, the flower holder there.
Well, there's a strong domestic side of the brewery that you might not know about. Hopefully everybody out there is going to know about it now.
They'll definitely know about it. Yeah. Chris, if we could transfer, as we walk around here, if you could transport me, and I'm just going to get, these are the bottle, I mean, this stuff literally goes forever. If you could transport me back in time, say 100 years or so, what would the scenery be out here? In fact, let's take a look at some of these photos here.
Yeah.
This is
ironically enough, Jeff, these are old pictures of Kohler Brewery.
Okay, so we
have some of Union Station, but these are actually old doors from the station.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, we whipped out, again, our domestic side, put some old doors from the basement and throughout the station, and painted them, put some old photos in there, and lacquered them up nice so people can sit here and get a look at what it looked like, the interior, the exterior.
Wow.
The trackside.
So this is cool. I mean, you can literally, again, you can literally feel the history. I mean, there's a lot of places to go outdoors in Erie, and there's certainly a lot of good places to go outdoors, but not a lot of places that are like this. This is living history. What are some of the things that people might have seen like 100 years ago here?
Well, I'll tell you, if you follow me down here, Jeff.
Sure.
You're getting a look at the original luggage carts.
Oh, no kidding. So you think those kids from the World's Fair might have used those?
I'm willing to bet, and I'm willing to bet one of those pieces of luggage could have been one of theirs, someone left behind. We grabbed all this stuff. I'll tell you, these luggage carts, there were 4 of them in the basement.
Let me pan out a little bit here.
2 of these up the trackside. These are significant because these 4 electrical luggage carts that we have at the station were the first 4 electric carts in the country. Buffalo got the next set after us, but we restored these actually. They were in pretty rough shape.
So Erie was really on the cutting edge.
Oh yeah, and the who's who, if you were coming or going on a nice day like today out here at Union Station, you would have seen these rolling trackside. If you take a look at the bottom, they've got the old rubber wheels to protect the concrete and the terrazzo floors throughout the area.
Yeah, this is something you definitely have to see for yourself. I mean, I know my camera's not doing this justice.
Yeah, and the original battery pack is still down there, ironically enough.
Really? No kidding.
So yeah, and these are pieces of luggage we've salvaged from around. The old trunks, and actually the front is a military ammunition carrier. A lot of World War II vets, if you were down here, and you hear a lot of stories from local folks about how they sent their father off or their husband off to war, especially during the Second World War. This was, we just send the boys in uniform coming and going constantly. So a lot of melancholy memories, a lot of sad stories you hear of hellos, goodbyes. I mean, it's a breathing, living, breathing piece of history. So, you know, when people do come in, it's great to share these stories. Hopefully now it's a little more fun, relaxed place, you know, than the days of war.
Oh, sure. Well, let's talk about the current and what we have going on. Now, I understand that this location is open the same hours that the brewery is. Right.
Yeah, we open up 11:30 a.m. daily. We don't have full service out here for lunch, but in the evening time and on weekends you can come out. There's a bartender Friday and Saturday night, full service. We'll check out that bar again on the way back. But yeah,
sure, let's walk back. Let's walk back and check that out.
Yeah, on a nice night, nice clear evening, we'll put the bands out here.
So you run bands, and as far as the as the service is not a problem, because we saw just a little while ago that it's a very easy walk up here, so I could grab my lunch or dinner, and you're open lunch and dinner, and be able to just grab my food and my beer or my beverage or whatever and just kind of wander up here myself. Chris Sirianni from the brewery, and I've asked you a bunch of questions. Is there anything that you'd like to add as far as your hours of operation, things I might not have asked you? The floor is yours, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you, we're just very, very happy to be a part of this piece of history. We're happy to keep it intact, we restore it, and I think just have new people, especially if you're under 30, 40 years old, you don't remember what this station as it was. And I like to think we've done a nice job preserving it. I like to think people like to come here, and if you haven't been here yet, make sure you get in here, hopefully enjoy a good meal and a good pint with a good friend, and enjoy what Erie has to offer in the Trackside Beer Garden.
Chris Sirianni, the owner of the brewery, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, sir.